just about to start my workout for today. All I'm using today is a set of dumbbells and my jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, that's fine. You can substitute with any other type of cardio exercise you want while I'm jumping rope. If you don't have dumbbells, just grab a couple of shampoo bottles or water bottles filled with some sort of weight. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, please remember that you can always use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises briefly demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So first of all, let's just talk about jump rope and what to do if you don't have a jump rope. So I am using Rude Becca again today. Rude Becca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. If you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link, use coupon code RudeBecca to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. If you do have a jump rope and you want to jump rope with me today, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. So I always kind of just jog in place like this one jumping rope. If you're more comfortable jumping with your feet together, that's fine. If you're really good at jump rope, feel free to do something a little more challenging. You can do a boxer shuffle, you can do high knees, you can jump side to side, it doesn't matter. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. If you do not have a jump rope, you really can just pantomime jumping rope. So you can pretend that you're jumping over a rope with your feet together. If you want to do it like I do it, you can kind of jog in place. And if you don't want to pretend you're jumping over a rope, just jog in place, that's fine. You can do any cardio exercise you want. So jogging in place works. You can do high knees, mountain climbers, pendulum, jumping jacks. And really what you can do for each little cardio section, I'm going to be doing 5 consecutive intervals of cardio. So you can pick 5 different cardio exercises that you want to do and do a different cardio exercise for each jump rope interval. So it doesn't matter what you choose, as long as you're doing 5 minutes of cardio with me, you're good. Get that done any way you want. Just keep in mind we are on 45-second work intervals, so keep that in mind when you are picking which cardio exercises you want to do. Just make sure that whatever you're choosing is an exercise that you are able to sustain for 45-second intervals. So that covers jump rope. Other than that, we're really just doing 4 exercises with the dumbbells. So for reference and for reference only, these are 10-pound dumbbells. That's a good weight for me. That's going to challenge me plenty today. You may need to use something heavier than 10 pounds. You may need to use something lighter. That depends on your strength. It depends on your level of fitness. It also depends on what you have available to you and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight and make the decision that is best for you. So maybe you're capable of doing these exercises with 8 or 10 or 15-pound weights, but you don't own a pair. So in that case, you're going to use household items like shampoo bottles or water bottles. You can fill them with water. You may be able to make them a bit heavier by filling them with something like uncooked rice or dried beans or kitty litter, powdered laundry detergent, something like that. But you're not going to be able to make them weigh 8 or 10 or 15 pounds a piece. So that's why I say it depends partly on what you have available to you. So just get creative and use what you've got. But household items will absolutely work if you don't have dumbbells. So as long as you can find something that you're able to maintain a secure grip on, you're not going to drop it and hurt yourself or break something and make a mess. And as long as it's not too heavy for you, then pretty much anything will work for weight. So let's go ahead and get into the exercises that we are doing today. We're starting with a static lunge. So start with your feet just about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to step back with one foot. This is kind of your starting position, and then you're going to bend both knees and come down into a lunge. Then you'll press the ground away from you, straighten the legs again to stand. Super simple. Static lunge means static, we're not moving, so you're just gonna stay right here, bend the knees and lunge, straighten the legs, lunge and straighten. As you come down into your lunge, do your best to make sure that there's about a 90-degree angle in this front knee. So what that means is that you want this front knee more over the heel of your front foot as opposed to being out over your toes like this. So just do your best, something to keep in mind. I'm also going to be adding a tricep overhead press or tricep extension. For this exercise, you can just hold on to one weight if you would like. You can hold your weight like this with one hand on either side of the dumbbell or shampoo bottle or water bottle, whatever you're using. I'm going to be holding both of my weights together. So again, that depends on how strong you are and how heavy your weights are. So make the decision that is best for you. But you're going to just have your arms extended up overhead the entire time. And as you come down into your lunge, your arms are going to stay extended above your head. As you straighten your legs, you're going to add a tricep extension. So letting the weight fall down behind you and then pressing it back up overhead. And then lunge, tricep press. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that holding on to both of my weights like this. So just keep that in mind. You can use one weight or two. Just make sure that when you do that tricep overhead press, that you're keeping the insides of your elbows glued to your temples. So from your shoulders to your elbows should not move at all. You want this to stay perfectly stationary. You're just hinging at the elbows as you let that weight come down behind you, and then as you press it up overhead. So as you lower the weight behind you, try not to let your elbows go back with the weight. And as you straighten your arms, try not to bring your elbows forward. Keep the insides of your elbows glued right here, just hinging at the elbows. So from your shoulders to your elbows, you're trying to keep that perfectly still. All right, so that's our first exercise. We're going to stay on the same leg for the entire interval. So remember which leg is forward and which leg is behind you, so that when we switch sides, when we do that exercise again, you're switching legs, okay? And you end up even on both sides. So that's our first exercise and our fifth exercise, all right? And then in the middle, we're doing a couple of squat variations and then a 4-point punch, which you've seen many times before if you follow my workouts regularly, but if you don't follow my workouts regularly, don't worry, I will go over that one in just a second. First, let's go over our squat variations. Because for your squats, I just want you to remember shoulders back and down. So visualize tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Shoulders are away from the ears and your chest is lifted nice and high. Abs are tight. Make sure your abs are super strong and tight and engaged. Imagine someone's about to come along and punch you as hard as they can in your stomach and you're bracing for that impact. And then before you think about squatting, because if you think of your squat as kind of just squatting straight down, what's going to tend to happen is that your knees are going to end up at over your toes, and that's really not the movement. So instead, what I want you to do is think about hinging at the hips. Push your booty back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. Remembering to keep your chest lifted very high at the same time. So also imagine trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest so that you're elongating your spine. The point is that you want to keep your back flat, so you want to avoid allowing your back to round like this. So tuck those shoulder blades into the back pockets, lift that chest up, okay? Trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest, elongating your spine, back is flat, all of your weight should be in your heels. You should actually be able to pick up your toes. And from here is where you can go ahead and sink down into your squat. Then you're pressing the ground away from you to stand, all right? So shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, abs tight, and just remember, flat back, weight in the heels. It's going to apply to both of our squat variations. So just kind of remember those bullet points. So the first squat variation we're doing is squat, hinge, fly. Typically when we do this exercise, I'm just holding onto one dumbbell, but today I'm going to be holding onto both of my dumbbells. So I'm going to hold both of my weights together like this, and I'm going to just have my weights down in front of me as I come down into my squat, and then I'm going to hinge. So I'm going to straighten my legs, but I'm not standing up. I'm hinging at the hips so that I'm in this bent over position. Now when I say straighten the legs, what I mean is you're no longer down in your squat, but I don't mean actively try to straighten your legs as much as you can and locking out your knees. Do not lock out your knees. Make sure there's a soft bend to your knees. So even though you're straightening them, you're not straightening them quite all the way. Okay, so keep a soft bend to your knees as you're in this bent over position. And then from here, you're just adding a fly. And then you'll hinge at the hips to stand. Squat, hinge, and fly. Okay, that's the exercise. So just keep telling yourself, squat, hinge, fly, squat, hinge, fly. And on that fly, also, do not lock out your elbow. Make sure there's a soft bend to your elbows as you do that fly, just lifting the weights out to the side. All right, so don't lock out your elbows. soft bend to your elbows, and you're not lifting the weights exactly to the side, just pitched slightly forward, all right? So that's our first squat variation, squat, hinge, fly. Then I'm gonna skip the third exercise so that I can just cover the other squat variation that we're doing, so we'll just stick with squats for now. So the fourth exercise is going to be a suitcase squat. So all that means is that I'm going to be holding onto my dumbbells so that my palms are facing each other. So think about how you would squat down to pick up a couple of suitcases, all right? That's the grip that you're going to have on your dumbbells. So you're going to start holding your dumbbells to either side. So my palms are facing each other, the outsides of my hands are facing the walls. I'm going to squat, and then I'm going to press my heels into the ground to stand like I'm picking up a couple of suitcases. Now, one arm is going to stay right where it is. The other arm is going to do a standing chest fly. So I'm going to rotate the wrist so that it's facing forward, and then I'm going to lift my arm up and diagonally across my body. So think about bringing this pinky towards the opposite shoulder, okay? And again, do not actively straighten your elbow, soft bend to the elbow as you do this. So just rotating the wrist forward, bringing pinky to elbow, and then return to your starting position. So you'll rotate the wrist again. So your palms are once again facing each other, and you'll just alternate sides for that standing chest fly with each rep. So, suitcase squat, standing chest fly, suitcase squat, standing chest fly on the other side. Okay, so that's our 2 squat variations. And for our final exercise, we're doing a 4-point punch. So you're going to start with your feet wide apart, and then 4 points. So this is point 1 is this opposite toe, point 2 is this toe, point 3 is that wall, and point 4 is that wall, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4-point punch. And we're punching. So we're punching whilst holding on to our dumbbells. So you're just gonna punch down towards this foot, down towards the opposite foot, and then across your body towards the wall. Repeat on the other side, all right? 4-point punch. So punch 1, 2, 3, and 4. Super simple, and that's it. That's all 5 exercises. Really, it's 4 exercises, but our static lunges we have to do once on one side and then once on the other side. So it's those exercises, those weighted exercises plus jump rope. Now here's the format. So we are on intervals today, 15-second rest intervals and 45-second work intervals times 30 rounds. So this is going to be a 30-minute workout, strength and cardio. I love compound movements. So we're doing compound movements with the dumbbells, and then we're doing cardio, alternating strength and cardio. So I'm doing jump rope for my cardio, you do whatever you want for your cardio sections, all right? So we're going to do our little circuit. It looks like this. It starts with our static lunge plus a tricep overhead press. With whatever, it doesn't matter if your right foot is forward or your left foot is forward, just remember which foot you're starting on, because we're going to stay on the same leg for the entire 45-second work interval. Then we'll rest for 15 seconds. Then we'll move on to our first squat variation. That's squat, hinge, fly. Then we'll rest for 15 seconds. With our next 45-second work interval, we will do our 4-point punches, then rest for 15 seconds. Exercise number 4 is going to be our suitcase squat plus standing chest fly, alternating sides for that standing chest fly with each rep. And then for our 5th and final exercise in our little circuit of weighted exercises, we're going to repeat that static lunge with a tricep overhead press, just making sure that the opposite leg is forward, okay? So that's our first 5 work intervals. Then for our next 5 work intervals, we're going to do 5 straight intervals of jump rope. So that is all we're doing. We're going to repeat that 3 times. Once through our little circuit of 5 exercises plus 5 jump rope intervals is going to equal 10 minutes. So we're just going to do that 3 times. That's our 30 minutes, okay? So hopefully that is all clear. I think it's pretty simple, but sometimes it sounds confusing when I'm trying to just explain it, but remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and of course I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you. I'll do my best to talk us through at least the first round. After the first round, I'll probably be too tired and too winded to talk very much, but watch me do it, read the instructions, and then of course, as always, if anything is unclear about the format and how everything fits together, if you have questions about any of the exercises that we are doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need any help with beginner modifications, I'm always here to help, so please just ask. Also, this workout is going to be 30 minutes long, so of course I will include it on my playlist of 30-minute workouts, but I'm also going to include this workout on my playlists of 20-minute workouts and 10-minute workouts, because you really can just do the first 10 minutes with me. All we're doing after that is repeating that twice more. So if you just do those first 10 minutes, that's once through our weighted circuit, 5 jump rope intervals, that's 10 minutes. If that's all you have time for today, great. You can just do that much, and that can be your workout today. If you have time to repeat that, that'll be 20 minutes. So if you chose this workout from my playlist of 20-minute workouts because you specifically want to work out for 20 minutes today, then you'll just go through that sequence twice, okay? You'll do the 5 weighted exercises, 5 intervals of jump rope, and then you'll repeat that, and that can be your workout, okay? It's very easy to customize the length of this workout to accommodate your time constraints. So I will include it on all of those playlists, and you choose how long you want your workout to be. Just make sure before you begin the workout that you do understand how to do all of the exercises correctly so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And you guys know it's also incredibly important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Just don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. And I also want to remind you, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, to please make sure that you are going at your own pace. If you're in great shape, you will definitely be able to do more reps than what I'm able to complete during each work interval. And that's wonderful, as long as you're not losing anything off of your form to get there. If you're just trying to race me so that you can beat my score, but your form starts to get sloppy, that means you need to slow down. It is always going to be safer and more effective to do fewer reps with excellent form than to do lots and lots and lots of sloppy reps. So make sure you're minding your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. And the same thing goes if you're slower than I am. If you're slower than I am, that is fantastic. And I say that because you would not even know that you are slower than I am unless you were out here busting your little booty and doing the work and getting the reps done. So don't worry about how fast you're going. If you're slower than I am, just be slower than I am. Please do not race to keep up with me if it's causing your form to get sloppy. So make sure, again, that you are going at your own pace. Make sure you're minding your form, and please do not sacrifice your form for speed. And please make sure you're working to your own level. So that means choosing dumbbells or household items that are an appropriate weight for you. It means dropping down to a lighter weight if the weight you chose becomes too taxing. It means modifying the exercises if you need to. It means shortening up your range of motion if you need to. So please do not push your body into doing anything that it is not ready to do. And it means resting as needed. So we have these nice long 15-second rest breaks, but 45-second work intervals can be pretty tough. It's kind of a long work interval. So of course the goal is to only rest during those 15-second rest intervals and to not rest during the 45-second work intervals. But if you need to rest during the work interval, that is what you should do. Challenge yourself to keep your rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. You should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. So another way you can do this workout, if you want to do the full 30-minute workout, but you don't think you're going to be able to get through the whole 30 minutes unbroken, you can do the first 10 minutes and then pause the video, stop, and take a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute rest break. Towel off, get a sip of water, and when you feel that you have enough strength and you have enough stamina to continue, you can repeat it. Just resume the video and jump back in, do another 10 minutes, and then pause the video and rest. for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, however long you need, and then come back and finish with your final 10 minutes, okay? If you're doing it, it's your workout, so you do it in whatever way works for you. Just please make sure that you are going at your own pace. Make sure you are working to your own level, okay? Please be smart, be safe, use your common sense, and listen to your body. Just do your best, and remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. Hopefully I have covered everything. If you are ready to go ahead and start the workout, grab a jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, grab a couple of dumbbells if you have them. If not, maybe a couple of water bottles or shampoo bottles. You could even grab a couple of cans of soup from the pantry. Pause the video, go get dressed. Meet me right back here. We're going to start with a quick 5-minute warm up, and then we'll get right into the workout. So as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm up. So you're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one shoulder. Place your hand on your head and just rest it there. Make sure your arm is completely relaxed. You are not actively pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. Your arm is relaxed, and you're just allowing gravity to do all of the work of gently stretching the other side of your neck by just using the weight of your arm. So now we're going to switch sides. Allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on your head and just rest it there. Arm is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed and down away from the ears. Don't let your shoulders creep up like this. Next, we're going to roll the head from shoulder to shoulder. So start by just allowing your chin to fall towards your chest and then towards the other shoulder and back. And each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start to feel your head getting heavier and heavier. Your arms are nice and loose like a rag doll. So you're allowing your range of motion to increase until finally just your entire torso is just falling down in front of you. Now we're going to roll the shoulders. I always roll my shoulders to the back. It doesn't matter. You can roll them towards the back or towards the front, just to make sure that you're exaggerating the movement. So really exploring your full range of motion. Make those circles as big as you possibly can. Next, we're doing arm circles. So extend your arms out to the side and start by making small circles, either towards the back or towards the front. It doesn't matter. But gradually you want to start increasing your range of motion, making the circles bigger and bigger until finally you're making the circles as big as you can. Really explore your full range of motion. Now step your feet out so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend your knees, sweeping your hands in front of you. And as you straighten the legs, you're reaching up. Each time you bend your knees, just allow your range of motion to expand a little more, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now keep your feet planted right where they are. We're just going to lunge side to side. Nice and easy. Add the arms. So with each lunge, you're just going to reach across your body like you're trying to throw your arm across the room. Next, we're going to march and place. So you're going to step your feet in and march. Knees are low to start, but right away you want to start driving your knees up a little higher, gradually, until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can towards your chest. Really drive them up there. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. And now we're just going to jog in place. Again, knees are low to start, but gradually you can start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can towards your chest. Next is booty kicks. So it's still just a nice light jog, but now with each step, you're bringing your foot behind you. Really, really try to kick yourself in the booty. If you struggle with balance, you may need to hold on to the wall or a chair for support for this next one. If not, you can just have your hands on your hips. Transfer your weight into one foot, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back. Nice and loose. Just waking up those hip flexors. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you'll put this foot down, transfer your weight again, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back. And again, you can start low. And then if it feels comfortable, start expanding your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. And you're gonna put this foot down, transfer your weight again, pick up the other foot, extend the leg out in front of you, and then bring it around and behind you, making a semicircle. Each time you make that semicircle with your leg, you're lifting the leg higher and higher. And finally, for the last two, you're gonna drive your knee up in front of you. Use your hand to guide it around for a hip circle. Other side, extend the opposite leg in front. Bring the leg around and behind, making a semicircle, lifting that leg higher and higher each time you make that semicircle. And for the last two, we're gonna do a hip circle. So drive the knee up in front of you, use the hand to guide it around. Finishing with a quick hamstring stretch. So if you wanna use the wall or a chair or the arm of your couch to assist you the way I'm using this pose, the goal is to keep your back as flat as possible. So if you use a chair or something like that to assist you, it just might make it a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable, and it might make the stretch a little bit more accessible. But that's it. That's our little 5-minute warm up. So as soon as you're ready, let's go ahead and get right into the workout. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. This is a 15-second rest interval. So pick up your weights, with one weight or two. You're going to extend your arms up overhead. We're starting with static lunges. So step one foot back. And now from here, you're going to bend both knees, come down into your lunge. And then as you stand, you're going to do this tricep overhead press. So lunge, tricep extension. Staying on the same leg for the entire work interval. So remember which leg is in front. It's gonna be a few more minutes before we do the other leg, so just remember which leg is in front this time so that you can make sure you switch legs the second time through. Okay, now rest for 15 seconds. Next is our squat, hinge, and fly. So again, I'm going to be holding both of my weights together. Weights are down in front of me. I'm gonna squat, hinge, and fly. So remember to keep your back flat and keep the weight in your heels. Remember in this bent over position to keep a soft bend to your knees. And as you're doing your bent over fly, you want to make sure your back is flat. Don't allow your back to round. And you want to make sure that there's a soft bend to your elbows. So don't lock out your knees right here. Don't lock out your elbows. Next is our 4-point punch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick up the weights. Feet are wider than shoulder width apart to start. And now punch 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shake it out. 2 more exercises, and then we're moving on to our first cardio section. So next is suitcase squats, holding the weights to your side. Squat, rotate one wrist forward, standing chest fly. Alternating arms for your standing chest fly with each rep. Bringing the pinky towards the opposite shoulder. Your palm is facing the ceiling And you're keeping a soft bend to your elbow. Suitcase squat, standing chest fly. Other side, suitcase squat, standing chest fly. Making sure your back is staying flat, keeping the weight in your heels for your squat. Now we're finishing up with another set of static lunges. So one weight or two, up overhead, step back with the opposite foot, lunge, tricep overhead press. Make sure the movement is under control, especially if you are able to tap that back knee to the ground as you do your lunge. I don't want you to bang your knee into the ground. It's probably not a terrible idea to have a mat or a towel, something soft beneath you, just for safety, because it is pretty easy to bang that knee into the ground. I don't want anyone getting hurt. All right, that's our first 5 minutes. Our next 5 minutes is cardio. So I'm going to be jumping rope. Okay, 5 intervals of jump rope, or whatever kind of cardio exercise you're doing. Remember, you can just pantomime jumping rope. You can jog in place, do jumping jacks, high knees, mountain climbers, plank jacks, pendulum, toe taps. The list is endless. So if you don't have a jump rope, it's fine. Any kind of cardio exercise that you're capable of maintaining for 45-second intervals will work. Three more cardio intervals, and then we're back to strength training. That's 3, 2 more. fourth jump rope interval. One more jump rope interval. Then you're gonna set your jump rope down, pick up the weights. We're gonna start again at the top. Put the jump rope away for the next 5 minutes. Pick up the weights. Starting again with static lunges. So we're just gonna repeat the entire thing twice more. Remember, as you do this tricep overhead press or tricep extension, to keep the insides of your elbows glued to your temples. Rest. Next is squat, hinge, fly. Do one more. Okay, next is 4-point punch. Shake it out. I know the weights are starting to feel heavy. Keep pushing, just 2 exercises left. Next is our suitcase squat, plus a standing chest fly. All right, finishing up with one more set of static lunges. So 1 weight or 2 up overhead, step back with the opposite foot. One more, then we're putting the weights down. Grab your jump rope. If you're jumping rope with me, 5 more cardio intervals. One, 4 more. That's 2. That's 3. 2 more. jump rope interval. We're gonna put the jump rope aside, pick up the weights, and start again at the top for round 3. Okay, quickly set the jump rope aside, pick up the weights, starting again at the top with static lunges plus a tricep overhead press. This is our 3rd and final round. Just 10 more seconds, push. Next is squat, hinge, fly. Ten seconds left. Push. Next is 4-point punch. If it's too hard with the weight, at this point, drop it and just do side lunges. Just keep moving. Okay, next is suitcase squats. If you can't lift weight anymore, just do any squat variation you want. Last exercise. other leg. I know it's getting hard. Just keep fighting for it. Just have 20 seconds left. And we can put the weights down. I know they're starting to feel super heavy. We're almost done with them, 10 seconds. Last one. Okay, weights down. Nice. All we have left is just our final cardio section. So just 5 more minutes of jump rope or whatever moderate paced cardio you're doing. Just do your best. That's 2. It's 3. If you trip over your jump rope, just take a deep breath and get right back into it. Don't let the frustration sabotage the rest of your workout. Although, unless I miscounted or skipped something somewhere along the line, I believe we are just about done. I think this is our final interval jump rope, which means it's our final minute of the workout. So just push. We're almost there. We did it. Nice job. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just one rep left to go. But first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with the jump rope. So if you would like to join me, again, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope. If you don't want to do the jump rope bonus, that's fine. Take an extra minute to catch your breath, cheer me on, and then we'll do our bonus burpee together. The bonus round of jump rope is completely optional, but the bonus burpee is mandatory. So if you would like to join me for one final bonus set of jump rope, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. You're counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 100. So that's our little bonus set of jump rope. And now we have just one rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. Final rep of the day. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete. So let's just do a quick little cool down together. You just want to keep moving while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit. While you allow your breathing to normalize. So if your breathing is short and shallow and your chest is rising and falling rapidly like this, I want you to visualize your diaphragm really being pulled down. And I want you to really allow your rib cage to expand. Send the breath all the way down. Breathe all the way down to your belly button and imagine filling up your entire torso with air. And then using your diaphragm as you exhale to expel the air with control. All right, so throughout the entire cool down, just make sure that you're breathing all the way down to your belly button, working on slowing down your breathing, and keep moving. So you can pace around back and forth, that's fine. You can shake out the legs. Let's just do a quick little shoulder stretch. So bringing one arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Make sure that your straight arm is completely relaxed. Make sure your shoulder is relaxed. If your shoulder is tense and hunched up by your ear, you're not going to be able to stretch it effectively. So relax the arm, relax the shoulder. Feel that nice stretch in your shoulder. One more deep breath here. Sending that breath all the way down to your belly button and controlling the air as you exhale. Shake it out. Let's get the other shoulder. So bringing the opposite arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it close towards your chest. Straight arm is relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. You're focusing on your breathing, breathing all the way down to your belly button, and make sure that you're continuing to move. So you can continue to pace, you can shake your legs. I always just kind of shift my weight from foot to foot, whatever works for you. Shake it out. Let's do a quick tricep stretch. We worked our triceps quite a bit today, so we want to make sure to stretch them out. So you're just gonna bend one elbow, place your hand on the elbow, and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure that the fingers of your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. So you wanna make sure that this hand, that's your free hand behind you, is not hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder. Point those fingers straight down, gently pull that elbow towards the opposite shoulder, and feel that nice stretch in your triceps. One more deep breath here. And come out. Shake it out. Let's get the other arm. So bending the opposite elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure the fingers of your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground, making sure you're continuing to focus on your breathing all the way down to your belly button, filling up your entire torso with air, and make sure you're continuing to move. So shake out the legs, or just shift your weight from foot to foot like I do, or you can pace, whatever feels good to you. Shake it out. We're gonna finish with a quick quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold on to the wall or a chair or the arm of your couch or your dining room table for support. That's fine. You're going to bend one knee, bring the foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side if you're holding on to something for support. If you're not holding on to anything for support, just reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands, and then press your heel into your booty cheek. Really, really press it in there. As you're doing that, make sure you're tilting your pelvis forward. So kind of tuck your booty underneath you. Think about trying to touch your spine with your belly button. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you're instantly going to feel that stretch intensify as you isolate your quad muscles more effectively, but you're also going to feel that stretch continue all the way up to your hip flexors. So shake it out. Let's get the other side. So bringing the opposite foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand on the same side if you're holding on to something for support. If not, grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands and really press that heel into your booty cheek, making sure you're tilting your pelvis forward. So again, think about tucking your booty underneath you, sucking your belly button back towards your spine. And make sure as you're tilting your pelvis forward, you're continuing to press your heel into your booty cheek. Feel that stretch intensify in your quads and feel that stretch continue all the way up into your hip flexors. One more deep breath here. And come out. And one more time, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit, and that's it. That's our little cool down. So if you find that you're still breathing heavily or your heart rate is still elevated, you can take a few more minutes, just continue to pace around. And if you want to do a little more light stretching, that's a great idea. Just remember that this little bit of light stretching that we do during the cool down does not take the place of a proper stretching routine. It's still really important to make sure that you're taking at least a good 15 or 20 minutes every day to stretch. It's going to help alleviate any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workouts. It's also going to help reduce your risk of injury moving forward, and of course it's going to improve your flexibility. So right now is really going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. But if you don't have time to stretch right now, that's fine. Just remember that if you do put off your stretching until later on in the day, your muscles will have gotten cold again. So you're going to need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before you jump into your stretching routine. You never want to stretch with cold muscles because your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. But that's it. That is all I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format of today's workout, how everything fits together, how you can customize the length of the workout to accommodate your time constraints, if you have any questions about the exercises that we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need help with beginner modifications, I'm always here to help, so please just ask. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. Wise words. So if you are still watching this video, hello. Thank you for watching all the way until the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. That is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.